Good morning. I'm Mark Allen with Gaber.io, and I'm here today with Selinay Parlak, the CEO of Blue Dot. Did I get your name right?
Yeah, it's right. It's right. Yeah.
Very good. How you
Yeah.
doing?
Thanks for having. Yeah, I'm good, Mark. Thanks for having me to the podcast. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be here.
Well, good. We're excited to have you. And what time is it where you are?
It's now 8 p.m. here. I'm in Turkey now.
Okay, and it's 10 a.m. in San Francisco. Now that's probably 10 a.m. in Utah too. Maybe 11 a.m. in Utah. I'm actually in San Francisco, not Utah. So can you share a brief background of yourself and your work experience?
Yeah, sure. So hello everyone again. My name is Selina, and I'm the co-founder and COO at Blue Dot Technologies right now. Me and my two friends just co-founded our company last year in the US. We were friends from high school, and my background is normally psychology and management, but I was really passionate about the things that I can connect human and technology. And I was really into turning ideas into products and how can I solve the problem in a way that I can use the technology. We also passionate about electric cars and love driving it. First we started on Google Android Academy and we won it. And then we saw a great potential in the electric cars and we pursue our project as a company. And yeah, that's going good right now.
And can I ask what kind of car you drive?
I was driving BMW i3, but now I just sold it since I'm traveling a lot. Yeah.
And that is an all-electric car. That's a very nice car, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. So what has been your experience with remote employment, both working remotely yourself and employing remote workers?
Yeah. So I can say that Blue Dot Technology is born remote team and company, since we are having a team members from different parts of the world. So we needed to work remotely as we just started our company. So this kind of working style was really familiar with us. And I can say that it was pretty hard at the beginning for us, since we were trying to find the tools that we can use, but what is going to be the most appropriate one. And then we were trying to engage everyone to the team. So it was at the beginning, it was pretty challenging, but now it turned around that we just came up with different ideas in the meetings, so how we can form them, or we also try to balance the thing that me time and work time as a remote team. I think this is one of the most important points. We can talk it more about it. And yeah, I can say that it's something that we are experiencing for a long time, and yeah, it has both good sides and the hard sides. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Especially 10-hour time difference is a little bit challenging, right?
Exactly. I should have said that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think one of the most challenging things, since we are a three country and then we are trying to set up all the times accordingly. So it was also one of the most hard points in terms of the timing. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you have employees in places besides San Francisco and Turkey?
So yeah, we have an employees in the San Francisco, as my sales team in there, and also we are having a tech team in the Turkey, since it's more locals, and we are having also Germany we are marketing, one marketing, one finance. Yeah. So we have 3 different time zones, I guess.
Yeah, multinational. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, what is the future of remote employment, and what do you think can be done differently to make it more effective?
Yeah, in terms of remote employment, I can say that specifically for these times, we just started having this intuition that working remote doesn't mean that making things separately. So I think people are just mixing the thing that, oh, if we are working remotely, so you can do your task, I can do my task, and then we can just meet and speak about this task and then discuss it. But I think this is one of the most important things is that to understand, if we are caring about the process and like how we are forming our relationships and how we are pursuing the process, so like we can work remotely and then we can work together too. Like I think like this is the something that I can also recommend to the people. So if you're working with your team and then you want to work, and even if you're doing like something separate, you don't need to be disconnected. You can just like open your camera, or in the Discord you can talk. Like I think this benefits the remote working too. And in terms of the future remote employment, I think this will be also changing in a way that more hybrid to the like working remotely and then working face to face, how we can make things more hybrid or like make effective in terms of communication, and then this kind of attachments into people.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think after the current pandemic is over, I think the world is going to go to a hybrid type model. Most of the world. I mean, obviously some companies can't, depending because of the nature of their work, but I think most companies are going to have some form of hybrid model, which I look forward to because it will decrease traffic in the Bay Area. And that is a good thing.
Yeah, this is important.
Are you in Istanbul?
And now I'm in Ankara, the capital city of Turkey. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how's the traffic there? In general?
It's pretty, in general, it's okay. But like normally, I'm also traveling Istanbul a lot. And I know that this traffic issue, and it's like sucks a lot too. Like Istanbul is really bad. But Ankara is okay, I can say.
Oh, well, that's good. So what's the story behind Blue Dot? Who is your target audience? What products do you offer? And what's the journey been like?
Yeah. So as I said, we co-founded our company with my two different friends from high school. And first, we participated in the Google Android Academy, and then we won it in Turkey. So we had a chance to go to the US, and it was the first time that we just like explored the different markets. So, and that what we have seen is that also the different markets dynamics, and then the moment that we are seeing lots of Teslas in all the roads, so that we said that okay, we will do this here. So we have 3 products and services in our company. One of them is a mobile app where we connect electric car owners and charging station owners. So if you're an EV owner, you can look up all the charging spots which are available publicly and privately. And for the charging station owners, they can open their charging spots, which are there in garage, and then they can start making money. In that segment, we are targeting commercial and residential owners. So if you are like also the hotel, restaurant, and fitness centers and some kind of things, that the places that people are staying an hour or longer, so they can also have a charging spot and attract more customers for their location. And and we have also one hardware, which we made the chargers smarter and reachable. So for example, if you are in the work and then you want to open your charger to the request, you got a request from one of the EV drivers, and they cannot come your place and then just open it. So since we have a connection with your charging spot, you can remotely open your charger and then control that, like who is coming, and then what is the electricity rate that I am spending, what are the you can see your spendings and then earnings at the same time. And we have an also dashboard for the commercial owners where they are report their earnings. And I can say that it's like a pretty how can I say it's getting pretty good business that people can make $300 per month from their chargers. So they can see this as an investment. Yeah.
Wow. So it actually will decrease the overall cost of owning an electric vehicle for the average person.
Exactly. And the thing is that before people buy an electric car, one of the things that they are thinking that, oh, how am I going to charge it? So if I am going somewhere which is lack of charging spots. So we are also encouraging them to have an electric car and then see more charging spot options. And they can also reserve the charger. So it's like we are trying to make the process more convenient for them.
Yeah, very good. And I know, I mean, as you know, electric vehicles are very popular in the Bay Area. I mean, Tesla actually manufactures their cars here in the Bay Area. So have you been to the plant in Fremont?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, like my next car is gonna be also the Tesla, so I love Tesla. I'm also one of the fans of Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice. I actually have a friend that works there, and he loves working there. So very cool. So how did you incorporate the idea of remote at your company? It sounds like you did it from day one. So you had to have a plan on how to do it, right?
Actually, we didn't have a plan. Let me say the truth. We didn't have a plan in terms of remote working, but and we were living together with my co-founders in the same city. But the thing is that we didn't spend so much time together, and then we didn't think about like renting one office and then coming to the office every day, but rather we were separating the task, and then we are just making regular meeting. And it turns out that we just started working remotely, and then we hired our tech team, and then they were living in another city. So like everything is just started to work remotely. And I can say that if you ask me 5 months ago, I can say that I don't really like working remotely. I love seeing people, and then every time that I am coming with my teammates, I can see the energy going on, and yeah. But due to this times, and I can say that this experience going remotely for my team also like make this process really easy for us. And then I can say that even if I don't like a lot, this is something I needed to adapt myself if I want to go global with my team and then with my company. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very interesting. It's a very unique situation. And do you have actual offices in multiple cities, or you do have an office in San Francisco and one in Turkey?
Yeah, we have an office in San Francisco. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, my team members are going there for like meetings for the other people. We have an office in San Francisco, and we had an office in Germany and Turkey too. So we had 3 offices.
Wow.
Which we don't use a lot. So yeah. This was like this was not an intention to have office, but it turned out that like our investor just gave out an office, and then we just like got from one of the competitions. So we just like using those places as meeting places with our customers or the partners.
Well, those are always nice to have too. Yes. I mean, instead of I know there's a lot of companies that provide that service. I know there's, a bunch of them right, within 5 minutes of me, there's 2 or 3 of them. So the current situation with the pandemic forced a lot of companies to go remote. I mean, you already had somewhat of a remote model, but it made you go 100% remote, I'm assuming. Were there any major roadblocks or challenges that you didn't expect?
Yeah. So now, like normally I was not living in here, and I was living in Portugal for as a digital nomad. It's at those times when I was like experiencing the whole working remote thing as a digital nomad in there. But like as I come here, even if we are close now, like we don't have any issue with the countries or like I can say also the cities. Now we cannot work together. So this is something that I am a little bit sad about. But yeah, I can say that this pandemic, in terms of everyone just like may start making meetings online, and then we don't need to go anywhere. And I love this. And then I love the fact that now I can attend all the conferences that I want to attend. And this is, I think, really cool. So, and this was something that all this programs and the events that like need to integrate it really deeply, even they are making something offline. So I think this is like making everyone more equal, in terms of like having more opportunity and the chances to meet with people and talk with them. And then since I'm not spending time going there, like places, it's easy. But since the pandemic has also hurt us in terms of the customer segment, people are not going somewhere and then they're not driving cars.
Right.
So yeah,
that will end.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
But in terms of partnership, I'm just sorry. In terms of this partnership issue, I think it's like beneficial for all the companies to just form up a relationship with the different partners and then talk with more VCs since they are having more time, and then you can just like ask them a question and then just shoot an email and then introduce yourself. So I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. So you said you're a digital nomad. So is this going to change your lifestyle? Are you going to actually maybe settle down and not settle down, but pick a place to spend most of your time?
I'm not into that. Like, I just, since I needed to be here, I am here, but yeah, I prefer that lifestyle more. So yeah, it's hard.
The digital nomad?
No, it's, I prefer that, but it's like, it's hard to stay in somewhere all whole time and then being here. So it's not my type. And I love, like, this place also inspires me a lot. And we are seeing this as a chance to also explore the new market. So even if we are going somewhere and then working there for a while, we are targeting some of the customers and the partners that we want to get in and the market. So yeah, hope this will be end soon.
Hopefully, yes. So there are companies like Gaper that help develop, build, and scale products, especially for startups like yours. How important do you think that's going to be in the future because you're going to, once you start to scale, you're going to need to hire quality people with certain skills, and you're going to need to hire them in a hurry.
Exactly. And the knowing people in a remote sense, it's hard. Like, it's hard to choose how you're going to hire if you're working remotely. And then it's hard to be more selective. So I can say that tools for making this remote team easier for the people, it's going to be more valuable. Since now, also it's also really valuable for us since people don't know what they're going to do. And they're just doing something and then trying out, but they will see that whether it's just work or not. So as a next step, so it's going to be also valuable for companies to show that, oh, you were really good at working remotely, but you were not. So look at this engagement rate. So I think all the companies should just look at themselves and then how they are going into this remote working style. So and then try to adapt some of the tools that they can use or the services that they can benefit from. Because it's sometimes really hard to do everything on your own, and then and there are lots of tools in the internet world. So
but
it's gonna be beneficial for people who are not that used to in this area also.
But I have a feeling, knowing the product you offer, and knowing what happened to Airbnb and what happened to Uber and Lyft, you might go viral at some point. So you might have this problem of upscaling quickly. It's called blitzscaling. So just be ready. You might be taking a lot of plane trips.
Normally we were not that optimistic about that in terms of this. People are not won't be that willing to open their houses, and we were thinking in that sense. But you can be right on this going things just differently.
Well, think of it this way: if people are willing to open their house, they'll be willing to open their garage.
Yeah. So
right.
That's the thing. Yeah.
So and then the business side of it. It's just an extra income source, like a hotel or a restaurant. It literally is just easy money, right?
Exactly. It is. Yeah, it is. So you can just set up the time that you are available for opening your charger, and then people can use. And then let me just say one of the funny numbers. So people are just using their chargers like 4 hours a day, as we calculate like a weekly sense. So I can say that in the 20 hours a day, it's like idle time for the chargers. So why we are like we should build more public chargers. This is one thing, but we can also leverage from the fact that people are already having a charging spot at their houses.
Right. Yeah, very good. So, well, Selinay, this has been fascinating. You have a great idea. I wish you well in the future, and I want to thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thanks, Mark, for your time. Yeah, and thanks for having me again.
Oh, you're welcome. It was our pleasure.
Nice.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.